Quick question. Who defines you? Your job title, your relationship status, your past mistakes, or does God get the final word? Today we're looking at Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world to be holy and blameless in His sight. Before you were born, before you made a single choice, God chose you. Let that sink in. Think about that phrase. Before the foundation of the world. That means before mountains existed, before oceans were formed, before stars lit up the sky, God was thinking about you. He was choosing you. This wasn't a reaction to anything you would do. It wasn't based on how well you'd perform or how much you'd achieve. God didn't wait to see if you'd be worthy enough to choose. He chose you first, from eternity, with full knowledge of who you'd be and what you'd do. Here's what makes this so powerful. Most of us spend our lives trying to prove we're worthy of being chosen. We work harder, achieve more, present a better image, all hoping that someone will see us as valuable. We're constantly auditioning for acceptance, performing for approval, striving to be selected. But God flips that entire script. He chose you before you could do anything to earn it or mess it up. His choice wasn't conditional, it wasn't probationary. It wasn't based on your potential, it was based on His love. And that changes everything about how you live. When you know you're chosen by God, you stop performing for approval. You're already approved. You stop striving for significance. You're already significant. You stop living in fear of rejection. You're already accepted completely. Think about the areas where you're still trying to prove yourself. Maybe it's at work, where you feel like you have to constantly demonstrate your value. Maybe it's in relationships, where you're afraid that if people really knew you, they'd reject you. Maybe it's even in your spiritual life, where you feel like you have to earn God's favor through your performance. But here's the truth. God's choice of you isn't based on any of that. He chose you knowing every failure you'd have, every sin you'd commit, every time you'd fall short. And He chose you anyway, not reluctantly, not conditionally, but joyfully, purposefully, eternally. You are chosen, not because you're perfect, but because God's love is perfect. Not because you're worthy, but because God is gracious. Not because you've earned it, but because that's who God is. He's the God who chooses, and He chose you. This truth isn't just something to know intellectually. It's something to live from daily. When you wake up in the morning, you're not waking up to prove your worth. You're waking up as someone already chosen by God. When you face challenges during your day, you're not facing them alone or unqualified. You're facing them as God's chosen one, with His favor and presence with you. When you go to bed at night, your value isn't determined by how productive you were or how many things you got right. Your value is secure because God chose you before time began. Here's what I want you to hold on to today. You are not an accident, an afterthought, or a backup plan. You are God's first choice, His intentional selection, His treasured possession. He chose you before the world began, and nothing you do can change that choice. Your identity is secure. Your worth is settled. Your place in God's family is permanent. Live from that security today. You are chosen, and that changes everything. Father, thank You for choosing me before the foundation of the world. Help me to live today from the security of that truth. When I'm tempted to prove my worth, remind me that I'm already chosen. When I feel insignificant, remind me that You selected me intentionally. I am Yours, and You are mine. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for watching The Divine Disciple. If this encouraged you, please like and subscribe for more daily spiritual encouragement. Share this with someone who needs to know they're chosen. You are chosen by God. Live like it today.